Welcome into the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham, 10 days away from Super Bowl 57. A lot of ground to cover between now and then. So on today's show, lots of injury discussion, plus kind of a wild rumor that's been circulating. We'll explore that. But first, let's get to the injuries. Andy Reid provided several updates before practice today. Yesterday, I did a quick short from home. They didn't actually practice. It was more injury estimation. So kind of more concrete information today. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Mecole Hardman, is he out for the Super Bowl? Well, he hasn't been ruled out yet, but it certainly looks to be heading in that direction. Here's what Coach Reid had to say. Quote, I think it'll be tough for him. I doubt he'll make the Super Bowl. He was not going to be denied the other day in the AFC Championship game, and that's a tribute to the kid. He's a tough kid. Hardman, of course, re-aggravated that pelvis injury against Cincinnati, has not played since Week 9, other than a little bit the other day before getting hurt again, and that's a bummer. I think it's more of a bummer for him than for the Chiefs. Obviously, the Chiefs will miss him, but, again, he's played about a half of football in 10 weeks. So, I mean, it's not like he's been the difference in what they've been able to do over the past 2.5 months. But considering Mecole Hardman's set to be a free agent and he could move on after this year to a different team, it stinks if it ends this way for him in Kansas City. We'll see if something changes, but I'd give him maybe a 10% chance to play in the Super Bowl. Subscribe to the channel as we are going to be your one-stop shop for Chiefs Super Bowl coverage between now and Super Bowl Sunday. Got 10 days, like I said, so if you want to be caught up on the latest news, injury updates, rumors that are out there, we're going to have you guys covered here on the channel. It's youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Hey, it's 100% free as well. We do not charge you guys a dime. All right, second story here on our injury roundup. Patrick Mahomes, is he feeling good? Well, yeah, according to Coach Reid and himself, that appears to be the case. Here's what Reid had to say once again, talking about how he held up against Cincinnati. He said he did well. He was a little sore after the game, but he's doing well now. Mahomes also spoke, and Pete Sweeney kind of had a tweet, kind of a paraphrase of what he had said, saying that Mahomes said he didn't think he took any step backwards in regards to his high ankle sprain. He felt sore, but nothing out of the ordinary. And look, his level of play and the eye test, I trust my eyes, tell me that, yeah, like he was definitely a little hampered, but he was healthier than I thought he would be. Didn't impact him too much. 29 of 43, 326, and a couple of touchdowns. Certainly outplayed Joe Burrow in that game. If I had to guess, I'm going to say Mahomes will be about 90% for the Super Bowl. I don't think he'll have full mobility, and he's going up against a better defensive line, so it will be challenging. But I don't think it's going to look like it did against Jacksonville, for example, after the injury where he could barely move at all. Like, I think he'll be able to move in the pocket. I don't think he'll scramble as much as he normally would when something is there to get extra yards, but I think he'll pick his spots, be able to move, throw on the run, do some under center play action and all of that stuff. So that's a good sign. Number 15's in a good spot, and let's just show 15 some love. He's a warrior playing through this injury. He's putting it all on the line, obviously, to try and get a second Super Bowl ring. So type 15 in the comments below if you're supporting QB1. And then the final part of today's injury news roundup, JuJu and Kadarius Toney, are they going to play? Well, let's get you caught up on the news. Here's what Andy Reid had to say on JuJu via Pete Sweeney's tweet right here, saying that the Chiefs maintain optimism on JuJu practicing once the Chiefs get down to Arizona. They are letting his knee calm down this week. Sounds like Smith-Schuster is in a good place, pushing hard to be available. So to be clear, reset it a little bit. Neither JuJu or Toney are practicing, but optimistic on JuJu practicing once they fly to Arizona, just dealing with some knee swelling. Reid also said Kadarius Toney is, quote, close, so sounds like he's going to be good. A little bit of an ankle tweak that he suffered in that AFC Championship game, which is, again, it's so huge that you have the extra week off between the Championship game and the Super Bowl. I think had this game been this Sunday, Chiefs would be in real trouble here. I mean, it would be an uphill battle, to say the least. You wouldn't have Hardman. I don't think you'd have JuJu either. Probably would have Toney, but he wouldn't be 100%. Getting the extra week is huge. I think JuJu gets back. I think Toney's going to play as well. Now, BetUS is your place to go if you want to go bet on the Super Bowl and have fun with some props. We'll show you guys some prop bets on a future show. There's a lot of them available. Go to chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Use our promo code Chiefs125 to get a 125% deposit bonus. We actually have producer Sam with us if he wants to mic up real quick. Sam, I know you already laid a little cheddar on this one. How are you liking the line early on as Eagles are 1-point favorites and the over-under is set at 50.5?
Just like a lot of degenerate gamblers, I am counting down the days until the Super Bowl. The line right now, Eagles -1, which Harrison and I talked before the show. I think will find its way back into the Chiefs' favor by the time kickoff rolls around.
Similar to what the Bengals line did, where Chiefs opened as favorites, it flipped, kind of got back in the Chiefs' favor and settled at about Chiefs -1. I could see that being the case here as well.
Yeah, but either way, we're going to have you loaded with props. I will be taking props on props on props.
You also like the over. You like the over?
I like the over. I got in at 50.5 now because I think it could rise a couple points as well between now and kickoff. 50.5 feels about right. A 27 to 24-ish game, I think is what you're looking at on Sunday.
Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet to get started with BetUS and, of course, that 125% deposit bonus to have some extra money to play with, some extra prop bets you can throw out there with promo code Chiefs125. Speaking of the Super Bowl, no BJ for the Super Bowl, no Odell Beckham. I got to be honest, this wasn't even really on my radar, but Mike Florio said that the Chiefs don't plan on signing OBJ despite wide receiver injuries, and I was like, that was even an option? Well, apparently. Here's what Florio had to say. He said the Chiefs have multiple injured receivers. We kind of just broke that down. Hardman unlikely to play. JuJu Toney should return. Injured receiver Odell Beckham Jr. apparently is healthy now based on recent workout videos. Could that result in the Chiefs kicking the tires on OBJ before Super Bowl 57 in 11 days? Nope, he says, per a source with the knowledge of the situation, the Chiefs are comfortable with the players that they have. And look, this would be a stretch, right? OBJ is a very talented player. He was really good with the Rams last year, especially in the playoffs before tearing that ACL in the Super Bowl. This is not an attack on his accolades as a player. He's a very accomplished and very, very good player. And look, in a vacuum, he's arguably the best receiver you would have. And you do have some injuries with Hardman unlikely to play. JuJu and Toney nicked up. And, I get if for some reason all three of those guys are out, it does not look good with MVS, Sky Moore, Justin Watson, and Marcus Kemp as your only real options. Kemp and Smith-Marset on the practice squad. I think Kemp's probably going to be an elevation for special teams. Obviously, you need JuJu and Toney to play, and if for some reason they can't, then I guess there's a conversation out there to be had. I'll kind of explain more in a minute why this is just a reach in terms of the idea of signing OBJ for the Super Bowl. But I'll let you guys weigh in first. Would you sign Odell Beckham Jr. for Super Bowl 57? Type S for sign or type P for pass. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Now, again, he definitely helped elevate the Rams last year and was a big reason why they were able to, get to the Super Bowl and even win it because he was going off early in that game. He was definitely a big-time player, and we talked about OBJ. I said, look, if you could sign him late in the season and then he's ready to go for the playoffs, I'd be open to that. But I got to pass on this idea. You're telling me that a guy who has not played all year long, you're going to sign him. It's already Thursday. It's 10 days from kickoff. You're going to sign him, get him up to speed, and he's going to play and have an impact in 10 days. I just do not see that being realistic. That's even if he knows the playbook. The guy hasn't played in literally 12 months. Super Bowl last year is the last time he played. So I got to pass here. I don't think it's a realistic option. If push comes to shove, there's probably another free agent receiver or two that's played more recently that you could sign, but I think they're going to roll with what they got. I think they're comfortable with Toney and JuJu being able to play, and Marcus Kemp's a vet who could be an elevation on game day if you absolutely need him. And I do think Justin Watson will be active this time around, so that gives you some more depth as well. So don't think you're going to have OBJ for Super Bowl 57, but the stage is still big, the stage is set, and it's going to be absolutely electric. Producer Sam is going to pass along a note here.
We're hitting a little bit of news real quick right here on the Chiefs Report. Adam Schefter, it's official. The Chiefs will wear their white jerseys for the Super Bowl. The Eagles will wear green. For what it's worth, the team wearing white jerseys has won 15 of the past 18 Super Bowls, but the Eagles in their last Super Bowl appearance against the Patriots were wearing their midnight green.
Gas the Chiefs. Gas the Chiefs. Literally, you're getting a point. Mahomes doesn't get points very often, so there you go. Chiefs, we thought that would be the case. Eagles are the home team, so they get to choose. They're going to rock with their greens. Chiefs will wear the road icy whites. Should be a fun game in Glendale, Arizona. By the way, we have some big news about the Super Bowl that we can pass along very soon. Can't officially talk to you guys about it just yet, but buckle up. Producer Sam and I are going to have a blast leading up to the Super Bowl. All right, subscribe to the channel. More news and notes leading up to the big game, rumors that are out there as well. We'll continue to keep you guys in the loop. I'm Harrison Graham signing off here on the Chiefs Report.